If you want to get 100,000 views on a TikTok video within the next couple of days, there's a hard way of doing it and there's an easier way of doing it. And after understanding both of these, I've been able to make videos like these on this account, and we've helped people in our community get enough views to get over 100,000 followers within a few months, like Susan here. So make sure you save this so you can come back to it later, and make sure you follow for daily TikTok growth content. Now, it's a lot easier to get 100k views on a video when you understand a few things. First, not every single topic of video can possibly get 100k views. This is just down to how the algorithm actually works and understands content, but it's also down to the available audience for a very specific piece of content, if that's what you're making. So the easiest way to get 100,000 views is to talk about a topic and make a video on a topic that TikTok understands very well, and obviously try and pick a topic that's relevant to your niche and you could actually add value to. Find the videos that are doing well for that and make better videos than them. But you've also got to understand how TikTok actually gives people views. It's all about watch time. And the biggest factors that influence watch time are your hooks, so at the start of your videos, and the flow of your videos. Now, as I mentioned at the start, there's a hard way to get 100,000 views, which is essentially you come up with 100 different topics of videos just coming out of your own head based on the kind of content you want to make. You package them all a little bit differently, you post them all, you experiment, and eventually you'll find a formula of video that works for you if you're experimenting enough and if you're keeping track of what you changed and what kind of impact that had. But the easier way is to just go after the high search volume topics. And you can do this through creator search insights. Find a video in there with hundreds of thousands of searches a day, so millions of searches a month. Go into that query in creator search insights, look at the videos which have got the views for this already, look at the quality of the videos, look at how they're discussing the topic, look at how they're introducing the video, look at how long the video is, so on and so forth. Use those as indicators of what is working and make your own versions. Adding unique perspectives, adding things they haven't really talked about or shown, and post 20 of those videos and you will get 100,000 views on a video pretty easily. And if you want to be part of the community where we're helping people get the kind of views they need to get hundreds of thousands of followers within the first few months, then we have a free version of that available. Just click the link in our bio to find out more, and I'll see you over there. Stop treating your TikTok views like a lottery and start looking at it as a strategy. Most people are stuck at low views on TikTok because they're getting their videos pushed out to completely random people. On an app of hundreds of millions of users, what are the chances that the first 300 people your video ends up in front of are going to like the topic of your video? Almost nothing, and that's why a lot of people are stuck at low views, because they're treating it like a lottery. But if you want to break out, I'm going to explain how to turn it into a strategy so you end up in front of the right people so you actually get consistently high views. So make sure you save this so you can come back to it later and follow for daily TikTok growth content. Now, what we're going to talk about here is TikTok SEO, which stands for Search Engine Optimization. And yes, TikTok is a search engine. I can explain that in another video, but we'll just work on getting your video categorized here. You can use TikTok SEO as a tool to get your video categorized to a keyword or phrase. Once your video is categorized, TikTok can then put your video in front of people who have expressed an interest in that category before. Hopefully you can see how that removes 99% of the luck element behind getting views and going viral on TikTok. And the way you do TikTok SEO is by using keywords or phrases throughout your video that help TikTok understand what your video is about. If you identify a keyword or phrase and you use it in the audio of your video, you use it in your descriptions, you use it in your hashtags, then TikTok's pretty likely to categorize your video as what the video is about, which is good. The big problem here is that TikTok SEO isn't that simple. You have to go after categories that TikTok understands and has categorized videos as before. And you do this by searching in TikTok search a keyword or phrase that you hope would best describe the video you're going to make, having a look at the videos that are coming up, clicking the ones that have got views, and having a look at the search bar at the top. Whatever's in the search bar at the top will be the category that TikTok understands that video to be about. And that's the category you treat as a keyword or phrase that you speak throughout the video, using your descriptions, using your hashtags. Obviously, there's a lot more to go into here, like when you're in front of the right people, how do you actually get them to stop scrolling and watch your video? That's why we've got our free TikTok growth community where we're teaching people how to do this. And we've had people like Susan go from low views to gaining over 100,000 followers within a few months. So if you want access to the free bite-sized version of this, click the link in our bio and I'll see you over there. TikTok is staying in the US, kinda, and it's gonna have some pretty big implications for not just people on the new US app, which yes, there's going to be a new US app, but it's also going to have some big implications for us outside of the US who are staying on the original TikTok app. I'm going to run through it. If you're new here, I'm Cal. TikTok's pretty much my job now. We drop TikTok tips every day, helping people become more successful and stay on top of what's happening on the app, so make sure you drop us a follow. Now, as it stands, there's been an executive order signed which states multiple investors within the US are going to get control of a new US version of TikTok, which will be a separate app. What this means is that whoever becomes the significant controlling investors of the app will have direct control over the algorithm and how the app is going to be monetized to turn a profit. Now let's just think about this from a views perspective. For everybody involved, we already saw once in January this year the impact that removing countless of millions of people have on the existing algorithm. It sent a ripple when TikTok was shut down for half a day, which took weeks for the algorithm to recover, and some might argue the algorithm just hasn't been the same since. So now you've got to imagine, for people on both sides of the coin, what's going to happen when this happens again. Views are going to be all over the place for a little while. People outside the US, we've just got to keep posting on best principles and it'll probably work. But people within the US who go to the new app, it's a whole different ballgame. What's working for you now most likely won't work for you when somebody else gets control of the algorithm. So in order to do well, you're going to have to post a lot of content from a lot of different approaches and just see what works. Let me know what you think the biggest pitfalls of this are in the comments, and if anyone says anything interesting, I can get another video out on that. And just keep posting, keep grinding. Everyone still will be able to be successful on here. It's just going to look a little different. Here are 3 things successful content creators understand that people stuck at low views don't. So try and understand these, and that will be your first path to breaking out of low views and becoming a successful content creator who can monetize on TikTok. The first thing is that it's not about going viral with every single post. That's just not going to happen. And the best content creators understand this. It's about going viral often enough to bring in views and bring in followers. For example, for ourselves, we're going viral about once every 10 videos. This is because there is a little bit of luck associated to the TikTok algorithm. Your videos continuously get pushed out in front of a new batch of people and a new batch of people, and you do run the risk of that new batch of people just not liking something about the video, even if it's on something they might find interesting. But if you post often enough, you combat that risk. And it's not about going viral for every video, because every video has a different purpose. If you want to talk about something more niche, if you want to talk about something more meaningful, it means the audience might just be a little bit lower for that. But if you want to be a value-led content creator, you cater for the small audiences as well as the big audiences. So once you know this, your mindset shifts from putting loads of pressure on the next video you post to trying to get as much quality content out as possible so you go